obviously.
We need to treat political parties as buses. We need to use them as vehicles to get us somewhere. The political party isn't the destination. Every government needs a really good opposition.
I saw something on YouTube the other day, really interesting, and it was a guy called Alex Karp, who's the CEO of Palantir. I don't know what Palantir do. I think they're a big tech company. Right. Maybe our viewers can tell us. And this is what he said after the American election. Yeah. And he was very excited on stage. People want to live in peace. They want to go home. They do not want to hear your woke pagan ideology. They want to know they're safe. Yeah, that's what he said. Now, the reason that is interesting is he voted Democrat. And after he voted Democrat and Kamala Harris, what's happening in America now, a lot of people are doing soul searching and trying to understand what's happened. So he voted Democrat, he was supporting Kamala Harris. Then after the Democrats lost, he came on stage and said that at a conference, which I thought was brilliant. Basically, he'd woken up between casting his vote and then understanding and analysing, and he was probably thinking these things as he was heading towards the voting box, but he actually is saying it now. So again, this is a large tech company, I think, Palantir. The tech community is starting to wake up now. I think Zuckerberg's just given $1 million to Trump's campaign. Right. So it's starting to move now.
What we need to understand, in all our systems, we have 2 or 3 parties vying for leadership to win. We may be on a certain particular side. We want Trump to win, we want them to win. That's great. But we need to be careful that wanting them to win isn't the same as wanting all the others to be destroyed.
Yes.
Because what you're left with then is a dictatorship. You're left with just a one-party state. I don't want, let's say, reform to win the next election if it means there's no opposition to reform.
I agree.
Because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yeah. Every government needs a really good opposition. That's what keeps them on the straight and narrow. That's what keeps them implementing bad laws and bad policies. So even though I wanted Trump to win, and I didn't want the Democrats to win at all, but I want the Democrats to become a better party.
Correct.
To hold Trump to account. Otherwise, they're more likely to make mistakes.
Correct, because we don't know what Trump's going to do we?
Exactly.
We do. You and I like him at the moment. We like what he's saying. He could be an absolute monster in a year's time in our eyes. And I think it's a really interesting point, that, because we want an opposition. This is why I'm so pissed off with England, because we don't have an opposition. We have the same party, don't we? Which is a party that chooses to ignore the people's will time and time again. So that's why it's so important that the reform does well, because then we will have a true opposition. It'll be an opposition to Labour Tory, the party, but it's an opposition. And I want the Democrats to be strong. But the good thing is that guy's doing what the Democrats need to do now, which is like, we've lost. Let's not just say we shouldn't have lost. Let's just say, why did we lose? What did we do? What was wrong with what we were doing? And he's summarising it very, very neatly, isn't he? He's summarising it. The Democrats lost touch with the people and what the people wanted. And that's happening in this country, isn't it?
I think we need to start treating political parties like buses. It's not your bus. You want to go on a journey. You want to go from here to a better tomorrow. And we need transport for that. So we need to jump on a bus that's a political party. And that might take us on that journey. The second it takes a wrong turn, you get off that bus and you look for the next bus. Or you might have to walk or get a taxi. And but we got to a stage where we think if we support a political party, it's like a football team, it's for life. It's not for life.
Well, look at Winston Churchill, our greatest politician. How many times did he change?
At least 3 times, I think I know of.
Exactly. He wasn't bound by any convention relating to the party. He was bound by his principles, and if his principles were shifted from one party to another, he moved to the other party. And he brought a lot of people with him, obviously.
We need to treat political parties as buses. We need to use them as vehicles to get us somewhere. The political party isn't the destination. We know what the destination is. Use a political party to take us part of the way there. If you don't like what they're doing, get off that bus and get on the next bus to take you closer to where you're going.